Not everyone is ready to be a parent, but AP Psychology teachers test their students with carrying around stuffed dolls in substitute of real babies. To test their parenting abilities, 5 AP Psychology students were asked how they would deal with the most commonly asked parenting questions. We compared their responses to a psych teacher and a real-life mom, and well, here's what happened.
If I was putting my baby to sleep, it'd probably be next to a football, obviously, because that's like his own stuffed animal, and he needs it to go to sleep every night. And since he is so young, I wrap him up with a blanket so he doesn't move around too much.
Pick her up, make sure she's like okay, just shake her, just like that.
I would read some like picture books to her, and she would be happy and she would go to sleep. You know those like the caterpillar book? Yeah, I love that book. So I would read that to her.
Kind of just put it on my counter and away from my pets so they couldn't get to it. But she would be sleeping soundly. Her eyes closed.
So it's always without a blanket or a pillow on their back. That's really like the biggest requirements. And if you put them in the crib, making sure that there's like no like bumpers or pads or anything like that, and that the sheets are extra tight so that way they can't suffocate.
I probably would never use a child leash. I feel like that just is very restrictive on a child.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I could never leash my child because I think that just kind of takes away some of their freedom and their ability to explore, and then that inhibits their curiosity.
I would get distracted, and then I would be like, oh, where's the kid? But I'd have the leash, so I could just pull it. Unless it like learns to detach itself, but hopefully it doesn't do that.
Leashes make me uncomfortable because when I think of a leash, I think of like putting it on a dog, and so to put it on a child for me is just not comfortable, but to each their own.
If she was crying, then I'd probably try to figure out why she was crying. So maybe she's hungry or she's upset, or you have to like change her diaper or change her clothes. Maybe she's hot, and then you can just like pick her up and hold her and make her feel comfortable and, you know, establish the basic trust.
I mean, it's a toddler. I can't really tell it to shut up, but I'd probably rock it back and forth, or no, I wouldn't give it to someone. I would, just rock it back and forth.
She likes doing this, so I'll probably do this, calm her down, because that's like the only way I know to calm her down. Yeah.
If they're laying in the middle of the floor in Target, then we're gonna get them out of the middle of the floor in Target.
I would take my child and walk out of the store. Like, I would do my best to maybe try to put the things back that I got, but like, for the most part, just trying to get them out of the situation and try to de-escalate the situation and get them into a safe environment into which they can tell me what's going on and why they're having this temper tantrum. Because even though they're little people, they still have like big emotions like adults. So I think it's important to like honor those emotions to see what's going on and try to give it like a safe space.
So first step, I would put her in the baby bed.
You make sure you have all your supplies, because there's nothing worse than starting the process and then not having a diaper.
Take apart the diaper and remove the diaper completely.
You clean the baby, and then you put another one on. You like put it on, and then you strap it in, and then you put their clothes on.
So I always say, if you have a baby, first grab them by their legs so they can't move, okay? You can take the diaper off and then grab them by the legs so you can kind of hold up their butts. If it's a girl, you always want to wipe front to back. Boys, you got to make it quick or they'll pee on you, because as soon as the air hits, and my daughter's done it too, where I've taken too long and she's peed all over me and peed all over the changing table. But you got to make it quick. Right, front to back, new diaper in, have that diaper ready, slide it up under, quick strap on, and you're good to go. The overall goal is really for them to be able to make real-world connections to the topics that we're talking about. So everything is about developmental psychology, like looking at from like conception through like death and dying. But obviously we don't get to that point with the baby project. But more so just being able to say, hey, here are these stages that we talk about with like Piaget or Erikson. Can you make it a real-world application with your baby?
With how some of these students answered, let's just say I'm glad these aren't real babies. Maybe MHS should consider adding a how to change a diaper class to the course list. We're gonna need it. I'm Lydia Lysko, NBC News.